Hi everybody. Hello Christopher. Hi Paul behind the camera. So we are going to jump right in to the outfit of the month, and then we're going to have our chit chat banter, because last video we had our chit chat banter and then I realized about 3 minutes in we didn't talk about the outfit yet.
We get so excited.
Yes, and we know what it is, so we're just sitting here having fun, and you're like, hey, we love you guys, but we're here for the outfit.
Yeah, sure, right. It's not about you.
It's not about you. So our outfit of the month is called Gilded Gloom. We're going to put some pictures on the screen that Christopher took and Dee and Brazil edited. They looked so pretty. This is such a fabulous dress. Christopher, you had a lot to do with this dress. We had several edits on this dress, and I think our final iteration is really, really fun.
I am very proud of this dress. I think this outfit is a lot of festivity, again, without being like specifically Christmas. It's a hill that I, try not to die on all the time, but I want things that are for holiday that don't feel necessarily just Christmas. Maybe that's shape, or maybe that's palette, or maybe that's both. And I think this really evokes all of the warmth and maybe feeling of a party and feeling of friendship and community and love and the things that you celebrate during Christmas. It's shimmery, it's beautiful.
Right.
But it's not necessarily red and green.
Right.
And you're right, we went through a lot of edits with this dress.
We did.
But I love where it came, the destination it came to. We pulled inspiration from a couple different areas, and the factory was very patient with me as I, made changes, but I just love this outfit.
Red and green can be overdone, and it's a tightrope, because as doll collectors we love costumes.
Yeah.
So something that was overtly Christmas, like Anne's elf outfit or something, for example, that is really fun. So it's a teeter-totter, but for Elowyn's outfits, we try to make them classic that you can wear and enjoy pretty much year-round if you wanted to, or for a fancy event. You
could plug this into any celebration, really, and to the point about Anne, I think what makes that really strong to me is that it's done in mint, mint can be a Christmassy color, but her in a fur trim hat, you expect that to be done maybe in red or in pink, and the thing that makes that fresh and different and new and fun is that it's a, unusual color. So this palette really brings out the festivity with a nice true persimmon red, and then you also get this beautiful magenta burgundy that paired together I think is a gorgeous combination, and then there's a little bit of like a lame tinsel in sort of a rose gold color that is both woven into the base of the fabric and then brought out in those beautiful little leaves. I think this one is
so much
pretty.
Fun. Yeah.
And it's an evening sort of dress without being floor length, so again, even for something like holiday, you could plug this in anywhere. It'd be beautiful for Valentine's Day or a birthday dress.
Yeah.
You could even do this for, sort of a spooky
birthday
holiday. Yeah.
So many ways you can wear it. I originally named this dress Roses After Midnight because I thought these were roses, and nobody on the team said anything until Christopher did say something, and he was like, well, those aren't roses. And I was like, what? and then I was like, oh, they're not, but I just thought they were.
Sure. They're sort of, impressionistic flowers.
Yeah.
They're like the concept of a flower.
Right, but they're obviously not, but they are really beautiful.
Yeah.
So then it got changed to Gilded Gloom, which I think is so fun because we do have the shimmery gilding, and gloom fits Elowyn's personality very well.
Yes,
so we love that. Sybil said that her skirt could also double as an emergency shelter, and I thought that was so funny.
That's very good.
Isn't that very good?
Yes.
So we have, this is the dress that is coming inside your box. It is a lot of fun. You will need to billow it out a little bit because it does come flat, but it does come with these crinolines that have a little bit starchier of a feel to them.
This is an industrial strength crinoline.
It is.
I wanted something that was really enormous, and
there's several
not
layers.
Only did the dress go through many edits for shaping and silhouette and fit and fabric and what have you, but the crinoline was even maybe more trouble.
We've had crinoline wars over the last couple of months.
The fact, again, thank you always to the factory for being so patient with me, because sometimes I'm, I think, annoying, I fear, but the crinoline
we're paying for
really
it.
Well.
They're happy. We had to pay for the replacement crinoline, so the factory is wonderful. But yes, they are patient. We work together really well. This is not an easy thing to do. Making doll clothes is not easy, so they did do a wonderful job. But the first crinolines were not starched; they just fell flat.
Yeah,
so we had to reorder.
Keeps its shape pretty well, but you can sort of reinforce that and flatter the silhouette with something that sort of keeps its shape. And the previous one sort of hung beneath it, and it just didn't look right. So So this is really beautiful. The dress is fully lined. There's a gorgeous lace overlay on the crinoline, and then you also get these really gorgeous little tinsel woven tights.
I don't want to be too indecent, but these tights are wonderful.
I love that. Again,
so these tights come in your box.
Yes, they do. And we'll show you later, but there's an entire sort of inverted variation on this whole outfit that you can purchase in the boutique. But
yes,
this outfit really is one that I love. I love black for a holiday color, particularly for Anne. And this would be good with almost any doll, really. Like, Elowen has come in so many flavors and so many sort of depictions that you can wear almost any, you know, color of lip or color of eye or color of hair with this dress.
So yes, the dress. So if you were watching me, the crinoline came unbuckled. So I was like, why is it doing that? The crinolines buckle in the back, so that's why it sort of snaps in the back. So that's why it sort of fell down a little bit. I'm going to give that to you to do.
Okay.
But the crinolines are great. The dress itself, lined in white, is wonderful. The dress itself, super high quality, very much worth way more than $50. And then you receive the crinoline and the nylons at an $8 value. So that is a lot of fun, plus all the other fun stuff that comes inside the box. So we hope you love Gilded Gloom. We have a special variation of Gilded Gloom that will be for sale in the boutique. Super limited. It is this gold version.
Love this one.
Love the gold version. And then we also have, as an add-on, that will be in the boutique after, this beautiful emerald dress. So we might as well talk about the add-ons right now, since we're chatting fashion.
Sure.
This is also limited. I believe there's 100 pieces. This is what I would consider more of a simple design, but very, very classic and very beautifully done.
Yes.
Great for a party. This wouldn't be simple if you actually wore this to a party. You'd be,
not at all.
Everyone would be looking at you. Yeah. It would. I love it.
Yes. For doll fashion, you have to sort of go above and beyond. And so, being that our metric is like the moon, this does feel sort of restrained.
It does.
But in real life, it would be bonkers. And I think, so when we were sort of conjuring an idea for, you know, what this box would be, I was imagining, you know, Elowen's at home this year, right? So maybe she's hosting something a little bit festive and, you know, a little bit brooding for her and all of her friends for the holiday. And I thought, you know, if she invited, like, Amber or Prudence or Nima or somebody over, this might be a dress that one of her friends attends her celebration in. And, you know, green is a color that is done for Christmas, but not all the time. And I think this one is so fun. The sequins are great.
Oh, it's beautiful. Green is one of my favorite colors. The shoes are wonderful. So did we have 2 color variations on these shoes?
Not of this shoe.
Not of this shoe.
This one comes in just silver, but I love this design. They slip on really easily, and they've got a gorgeous little pearl accent over that strap, that sort of Mary Jane strap, and really, really fine glitter that is adhered very nicely, so you don't have to worry about that shedding everywhere. Gorgeous.
They're beautifully made.
I love those
shoes.
It's
the same material that was the Celebration in Dubai box, those big platforms. It's that same material, which I thought was really, really nice.
Yeah, very durable.
But the pearls and everything, really well made. Easy to slip on with or without tights.
And they really do go nicely, sort of maybe incidentally. I think all of the add-on shoes for this box really do wear well for any of the dresses that we're releasing for this month. You can sort of mix and match them.
So there isn't an official pair of add-on shoes for the outfit. We have several pairs. One of my favorite pairs is this wild combination right here of black and white stripes that Christopher paired with the doll. So these are really fun. Christopher likes these best, but of course, if this isn't your vibe, if pattern mixing isn't your thing, then wear black shoes, wear silver shoes, wear gold shoes. There's so many things that you can do, but this is fun.
Yeah. Well, and it felt like the way that Elowen might celebrate Christmas, right? When I was putting this insane set together, I was inspired by the palette of this outfit, and I was thinking, well, maybe Elowen is sort of begrudgingly agreeing to host, you know, a party, that she feels ambitious about the idea of it, but when it comes down to actually decorating or, you know, doing the thing, that maybe she feels sort of overwhelmed or, you know, disinterested. And so I thought, well, maybe Nima's the one that comes over and like convinces her to decorate. And so I found
like that idea.
Insane black and white polka dot fabric that I thought really worked with the shoes. So if Elowen is doing festivity, it's also probably in her own flavor. And I thought the shoes with that, you know, made sense for her.
It's super fun. I think we have 4 pairs of add-on shoes this month.
Yeah.
The striped ones, the silver ones. Let's chat about the gold ones and then the boots, which are really fun too.
So, at risk of being rude to the box fashion, this, I don't know, I don't know. I won't
You like
say,
it better?
I don't know. I think it's very,
I like them both the same.
I think I prefer the black, but I think this one will feel classically festive. It's a cream ivory with a really pale petal pink, gold, and a nice sort of like deeper crimson red. And it's the exact same shape and structure and cut and fit and everything, but you've got a white crinoline underneath in the same sort of style. And then it comes with a beautiful pair of tights. These are a sort of white woven with a gold tinsel. And then you've got these sort of like pewter colored shoes that you could wear with silver or gold or rose gold or black or pink or orange or yellow. You can wear them with anything. And they are really, really nice with this outfit. I love the shape of that and that dainty little bow. So if you want a very fun, fresh, bright, light sort of variation on the box fashion, we have a limited quantity of these that I think people are really, really gonna like.
Yeah, they are very limited. So with this one, you receive the dress, the white crinoline, the nylons, and then the shoes are a different purchase. Those are different add-ons.
Yeah.
So you can really mix and match a lot of the shoes. The silver shoes even pair well with this dress, the boxed dress of the month. Even these boots, you're gonna see these on Nima. They look really fun with the box dress of the month. That is. These are cool.
These are some of my favorite shoes we've ever done. I love these boots. They're a really nice sort of riveted and studded little accent boot with a nice ruffle top that sort of mimics like a sock. And if you wanted to pair this with some more statement jewelry, I think really playing with hardware is such a fun way to accessorize this fashion.
Yeah.
It shows you that like this actually can be kind of edgy.
Oh yeah.
And sort of like...
Oh, she looks like an artist that's like... Yeah, if you want to say grungy artist, but it's like the grunge scene.
Sure.
And she's like the girl that's, I don't know, that smoked cigarettes and like is into graffiti.
She feels like she's hosting her own, like...
Not necessarily, you know what I mean though.
Sure.
But these are the earrings from the Italian box.
Those are the,
right?
They are, but those are the silver variation that we actually still have some of in stock. So if you didn't buy those, we have...
I wonder if they're listed.
Earrings.
We'll look and see. We'll look and see.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to show you the boots, though. I wanted to give you a good close-up of these boots. These are really fun. We asked the factory to make sure that the rivets were put down really well. Nice. Yeah, I see one is missing there, but we'll check them all out. They're good, really good quality, but you also have to be a little bit delicate with them because these rivets are glued on.
Yeah.
They are glued on. They're not...
Just as a reminder of
right.
how delicate.
It's much different from human fashion. If these are real boots, those would be real rivets that would be driven into the leather, and it's a much different thing.
Yeah.
So these are accents, but they're really fun.
I love this together. I think the vibe of this gives me like she's got sort of a portfolio showing at like an art studio.
Yes.
Like she's got an exhibit that she's showing off and inviting her friends, and she feels like a girl about town.
Well, that's what Nima is when she started introduced to our world. She is an artist. Nima is an artist. Yeah. So this fits her vibe perfectly, and I love the afro.
Yes, I do too. This is one of my favorite Nimas. I think the blue eyes are really special to me.
Yep.
And that sort of neutral lip, I think you can, use this doll for any fashion really, really well.
I love it. So as always, please put in the comments what you think. This is a lot of fun. The Elowen subscription, we are just so thankful, continues to be sold out, but as spots open, we do register maybe one person, sometimes 0 people a month, but we're just so grateful that so many people joined and are on this ride with us. It has just been such a blast. So what we're going to talk about next is all the fun stuff that is inside your box. So before we jump into the box, we would normally do this at the top of the video, but I didn't want to do that this time because I didn't want you to be annoyed with us. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was really lovely, actually. I've got one of my very dearest friends does a sort of Friendsgiving every year, and it's this big, long, you think sort of like a classic storybook depiction of, a holiday with a big, long table and
love it.
Maybe multiple tables sort of mashed together, and there's benches and chairs, and it's a big thing. And I've got a bunch of sort of like, one might say like annoying progressive friends that don't eat meat or don't eat only eat.
Yeah, your friend group is that vibe. I have met a few that have come here, and every single one of them is just like their own character. Who was that friend that came in and said that Shirley MacLaine was in our bathroom?
That's the one that hosted Friendsgiving.
And I just thought that was so fun. We're going to have to show you.
She's absolutely Shirley MacLaine. She looks
okay, I'm going to go get her. He came down and he was wearing like a I don't know, something very interesting, but he had a big hat on.
Yeah,
the hat was like this wide.
Yeah, a nice big sun hat.
And he said, you have Shirley MacLaine in your bathroom.
Today she's a very dusty Shirley MacLaine. Don't look too closely, but like the likeness is incredible. He was exactly right. Yeah, he's one of my very most cherished, dearest friends.
I just thought you guys would like to see that. But
great sense of humor.
Very, very, very funny.
It was a beautiful
It's a clumpy doll. Clumpy dolls are a lot of fun, a lot of character to them.
Very cute.
And I very much enjoy having her in the bathroom. She's like perfect for that. We do need to take a feather duster.
I know, she's a little crazy.
She's a little crazy, but I thought that was fun.
She's great in the bathroom.
She is really good in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. We had a really nice Thanksgiving too. Paul made some yummy mac and cheese that all the kids enjoyed. And we got a smoked turkey from Costco that was one of the best turkeys I've ever had in my life.
Okay.
And then I made soup out of it later. But just so you know, if you ever see this smoked turkey at Costco, oh my gosh, it was so incredibly yummy. So yeah, it was fun.
Good.
Good. And we hope that you had a wonderful time as well, whether you were doing whatever you were doing. And we always love thinking about you. And thank you all for your purchases too on Black Friday and everything. So we appreciate that. This has been a wild month, no pun intended, with our subscriptions and what we're putting out. It's been a lot.
We've been running laps around ourselves, you know.
Yes.
We've been very, very busy.
Very busy. Paul has been extremely busy in shipping. There was one night that he was here until 1:30 in the morning. And I said, okay, we need to temper that a little bit because 1:30 in the morning is like, thank you very much, Paul, because we got all the and stuff out and we exceeded our deadline. Like we got everything out 4 days before, but thank you. Thank you all. And thank you, Paul.
Just know when you're waiting for your dolls that we are doing
that Paul's here until 1:30 in the morning. Yeah.
Far later than he should be.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Paul.
Yeah.
For all
this isn't a recurring thing. Like we very much grateful for and need the holiday sales. But yeah, we're
a small team.
A small team. And so to hire, it's hard to hire somebody that you have to train, that you need earnestly for like 4 weeks.
Sure.
So we're just making it work.
And we have created a dynamic that is very deeply intimate and understands each other very well and is very cohesive and is a well lubricated sort of machine. And at maybe a high volume, high stress part of the year, it is an especially difficult time to consider bringing somebody else on.
Right.
But
unless they have been here before. So that's why you can't just go out and like hire somebody off of Craigslist to come and work in a doll shop like ours.
Sure.
But I know there's a lot of you who would love to help. Very many of you say you would love to help, which I appreciate that very much. So I'm not going to pull this all the way to the front. One thing I need to reiterate is that we have high hopes for the future for our subscriptions where maybe there's a different design every month.
Oh my gosh.
Wouldn't that be so fun?
I mean, in a perfect world.
But the designs on these LON boxes, there's 4 different designs, so you are going to receive repeats throughout the year.
Yeah, you're not
every box is different.
Each month.
Not every box is different. And that's how we've done most of our subscriptions because the box designs take a really long time.
Yeah.
Now for the upcoming season for Grace, there are 5 different designs, which is really fun.
Yeah.
And that's the most we've ever had as far as changes.
Yeah.
But this one's 4.
Yeah.
So the box that we are going to be using this month is a living room scene.
Dun, 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 dun. Yes, it is. This is something I wanted to find a box room that you could use for any month for the whole year. So it just so happens, maybe with some deliberate on our part, that we are issuing the style of boxes. The first 3 very circumstantially are like coordinating in some way with the fashions, but that's not it's not
the rest of
pattern.
The year.
So this is her sort of foyer that has you sort of looking through her living room and maybe back to a little atrium, and she's got her conservatory, and you can sort of see that we're building a world with this box a little bit. There's a stairway, and you can sort of imagine the sort of surrounding rooms that we may or may not be exploring in other boxes, or maybe already have. So this is just another way to issue, or maybe usher rather, you into LON's little world. There's a cute little, cat bed and a fireplace, and I love the greenery. I mean, it feels like a little dollhouse.
It is. It is so special, and what I love about these is I think they are really fun, and we also ran them past Robert Tonner, and he thought that they were great.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of fun. I love that this is an authorized thing by Robert. We wouldn't do it if Robert Tonner said no.
Right, of course.
It's his doll. and Wilde, and so it's just a wonderful cohesive thing that we are doing together. So I think that's a lot of fun.
He's given us this world.
Yes.
We are, in a very sort of privileged and exciting position to be able to maybe expand that if we can even, try to do so.
Yes.
And sort of bringing ourselves and customers, if we can, into it together.
Yep.
And really immersing ourselves in, as he would say, the power of play.
The power of play. And it's been a wonderful partnership, and we are just having a blast. We have just released the grandmothers, who are just so incredibly wonderful.
Oh my God.
If there are any available, then get them, because they are very, very special, extremely well done. And Robert Tonner made them available at such an incredible price that we could pass on to you. He's not doing it for the money, he's doing it for the love of what he does.
Yeah.
And it is very evident in how he works with us and what he puts out. So if there are any of those available, we are filming this before they have launched, but I know that many of them are going to just be very, very popular. So
it feels like an especially special collection.
Yeah.
I love those dolls.
Yeah.
And I have a
They're
feeling
very
people
special.
are going to feel that way too.
Yeah, they're wonderful. So we have some fun stuff in the box, though. This is, I haven't shown you this. These are magnets. Oh, these are magnets. Okay, so this is fun. It says, it has Sybil, and it says, "I'm your favorite present, don't argue." That's good.
That. Yes, it is.
That is good. So we do have some fun outfits for Sybil that are in the works. They are in the works. So we'll be doing that in the future. So that is a lot of fun. But let's chat about the paper doll. Christopher, what do you think?
So cute. Dee did a great job sort of, again, depicting what her home might look or feel like.
Yes.
So we've given you a room that you could use any time of year. And, if you wanted to, like, put wreaths up inside of it or something, you could, like, fully decorate Elowen's little living room for Christmas. But this is also sort of another vision of what that might look like. And I think he did a great job both with the fashion and with the doll. I love her little fan and all of her presents. And, of course, there's Sybil. Del Armando always does such a really fabulous job. And this is no exception. She's gorgeous.
She's gorgeous. I just love the artwork, and I love the juxtaposition of the way that Dee does his work and how Diana does her work by hand drawing. They're just so special and so different, and we're so grateful to have these wonderful artists that are just doing their thing on all in their own way that is all so special. But I personally love the face on this doll. It almost looks like a mask, and I mean that in like a complimentary way, but it's really fun.
She feels like a real doll.
Yeah.
He gave her so much dimension. Just very, very pretty. And I love his hair choice. The thing about, having so many different artists on the team is that each contribution brings sort of a richness in the flavor of what we're doing. Viewing something from different angles, I think, sort of reinforces its character and its charm. And it feels more, lived in. It feels more realized. So Dee always does a really great job at sort of bringing his perspective very successfully and tactfully, and he's a fabulous artist.
And I love what you said about perspective, because all of us are coming at this from a different perspective.
Yeah.
You might look at this outfit and think and agree with our perspective and look at that, but you might think of something totally different. And when people post in the group with their own way that they accessorize the outfit, or the name that they gave the doll that is different from who Robert named her or whatever. Robert doesn't care about that. If you want to name your doll and she has a totally different backstory and a totally different thing, that's fine. He wants you to take them out and just have fun with them. They are play dolls. And they're not, if you want to keep them in your box and collect them and do that, totally fine. We meet a lot of people who do that, but also he meant for them to be played with and have fun with. So it's fun. We enjoy that.
There is no correct way to enjoy being a collector of dolls.
I don't know what this is going to look like because we haven't picked it up from the printer yet, but I think it'll be fun. It's a printable cape.
Yeah, with a little bow. It's so cute.
Yeah. So I think that's a lot of fun. So you're getting an extra printable in your box, which is this cape for Sybil.
For your favorite gift.
For your favorite gift, yes. And it might be, we'll see. But I think that's really fun. But again, we are working on some fun stuff for Sybil in the future. Sybil is not pliable. She is made out of resin. So dressing her is a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, she's not jointed and she's not bendy.
Right.
She puts up a fight.
And I think that makes it a little bit harder.
I agree.
There's the craft page. So the story of the month is of course a letter from Sybil's point of view. And I think that this is, it's always a lot of fun. I love having Sybil be the person in charge of what is going on. So Sybil is narrating what is going on at Elowen's party, and it's long this month, which is a lot of fun. I'll just read you a little bit. It says, "When midnight chimed, she stood at the center of the ballroom, looking radiant, wistful, and mildly bored. I was relieved to see that she was finally ready to call it a night, or so I thought. Instead, she thanked me for bearing witness to the melancholy beauty of it all. I was there for the Gouda, but fine, let her have her poetry. In summary, she twirled for the feeling, she sighed for the show. She chased winter magic, I let indifference glow. Regards, Sybil." So this is fun. It'll come inside your envelope. We have some really fun wax seals that feature the cat doing different things inside the house.
Cute.
You haven't seen them yet, but we have sitting on a chair. There's like 10 different ones, but they should be here. They should be here by Monday.
All right.
So they should be in the box, but they're all different, and there's 10 different designs, and it has the cat doing all these different, I don't want to say nasty things because we love Sybil, but doing mischievous things.
Sure.
Mischievous things. So I think that's a lot of fun, and she's not looking happy in any of them.
Well, of course not.
So I love that.
Not this cat. Yeah, your craft card also features some really lovely little festive bits. You've got some garland and a little portrait of one Kris Kringle, and again a gorgeous little fan, and it looks like there's some champagne labels and some cards that you can sort of set up for her. There's a dance program for Sybil, very cute, and ballroom invitations. It's very sweet. It feels very sort of gilded. It feels a little bit Victorian, a little bit antiquated, the way that Elowen's home and her sort of vibe continues to be just a little bit antiquated.
And that's what we're going to lean into for the rest of this season is the Victorian antiquated vibe, the wistful feelings, the ennui of it all, the...
I just noticed the naughty versus nice scorecard for Sybil. So like a naughty or nice list that would be just for your cat. And I suppose Elowen's keeping score of all the things Sybil does right and wrong. That's very cute.
This is very cute. If you look very closely at them, these are not just clip art that were found and put on here. They all say Sybil, they all say Elowen, they are all...
They're custom.
Yeah, they're all custom. I've done this stuff on a very, very mild level, and thank goodness we have somebody on the team that is a professional at this, but even just doing it myself a little bit, it takes a lot of time. So I'm very, very, very grateful. We also are going to have another surprise in here that we have not told you about that you are going to receive that is going to be here, I believe, on Monday. So we'll have plenty of time to put that in the box, but it's a sweet treat. It's always fun to have a little sweet treat around the holidays. Am I right?
Always.
I sent some cookies to several people, and I sent some to myself this year. And I usually don't because they are some of the best cookies and they're really hard to not eat. But I thought,
that's what they're for.
I'm pregnant. It's the holidays. Yeah. Eat and enjoy and be merry. So that's what we're trying to do with this box.
Yeah, I think this one really sticks the landing for that for sure.
Yeah.
If you need a reminder to celebrate the little things and really revel in beauty and in comfort and in joy and in, sharing those things with each other, as always, I think our subscription really does that, but this box in particular it's very festive, it's very jolly.
It's very festive, it's very jolly. We worked on it a long time ago. It was one of the first outfits that we actually approved for this season.
It was. We did Christmas really early because we wanted it to be good.
Yeah.
We knew that it would be probably necessary to make many edits, as so many things are, and it was important to both of us that Christmas really be strong and a standout and really, special, and I think it is.
It's very important. It's very special. I also want to touch base with you on our wonderful Tamara Casey and her patterns. She will be creating 4 patterns for the for the subscription season, and her next one will be in January. So it'll be such a fun way to kick off the new year, and the theme of the January box and the pattern that she's doing is a lot of fun. So that's something that our sewers and our wonderful community can look forward to, is having Tamara Casey back in the studio with her new pattern of the month for January. So I think that's the only housekeeping we have. This is our last big release of December, and we did that on purpose because we want you to receive your stuff in a timely manner.
Exactly.
And if we released one more thing, I think your wallets would explode, and we want Paul to be home before 3 a.m.
Oh my God.
So
I would like Paul home before 7 p.m., but we'll see what we can do.
Paul and I had a chat, and so we decided to compromise at around 10 p.m., which is still, a 14-hour day. So I think that's pretty pretty good. But we're very thankful for Paul and he is always there, he's always on time, and he's a jack of all trades. So that is very nice.
Everybody say thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you,
Thank
Paul.
you, Paul. And thank you to our editor and our wonderful team and all of our customers that have just been so supportive and understanding. And just a few times this month we have overestimated stock quantities and we've had to readjust some things. And out of how many orders we do, it happens very seldomly, but when it does, you have just been so kind and so understanding. I take all of that stuff so seriously. I used to actually get sick over it, and I'm getting better with that, but it means a lot when you keep it light with us, and we just really appreciate you.
Yeah, well, none of this would be possible without you. So thank you for your support and your patience as we continue to juggle a lot of plates with any, hope and success of doing it well.
Yes. So with that, happy holidays. And no matter what you celebrate, we're here to be your doll besties, and we love you so much, and we love spending this time with you, whether you're buying stuff or not. Just being on our video means so much to us. And sharing in the love of doll collecting, and to have this shop filled with people who love dolls and to be here every day for work continues to be such a delight for all of us. So thank you for making it possible in this year and beyond.
Yeah. It's a wonderful, joyful time of year for doll collectors. I think of, Christmas time as doll time. So, revel in doll time, with no abandon.
Yes, and enjoy it.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
Okay, we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.